Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, now it's not every day that's Christmas, but yeah, it's Christmas, and my present to you is a stream because it's showtime. Hi, guys. Merry Christmas. And here we are. We will continue where we left off, which was standing outside of the wreck of the Alcyon, and we'll be going right back in, and then the Imperial testing station. Lone Star Wolf, good evening and Merry Christmas. At least I hope it's merry. I'm not giving you an order when I say merry. Unless your name is Mary, in which case it is definitionally a Merry Christmas. And that holds whether your name is M-A-R-Y or M-E-R-R-Y, as if you were Mary Doc Took. Gotta get out of the sun. I'm almost out of the sun. I'm out of the sun.
Pay for that. Eyes on target.
Oh. Okay, can't hit them. Hit them. Reloaded. I'm not in the sun. Why am I getting the sunburn icon? I wasn't in the freaking sun. That was not fair or fun or any of the above. My bag's still full? Yeah, my bags are full of blood. That was not a good, elegant start to the evening. The other one. I'm missing the other one I murdered. Well, we'll just go inside and start murdering the ones in there then. Hey, Vort. I can hear someone muttering to themselves. Right. Where did that come from? Above? I don't think I've ever been shot from above before. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Two of them at once is bad. Very bad. Oh, and I am screwed, blued, and tattooed. I've never seen that before. I have done this thing.
Enemy found.
Wow. That's the player start. Trade post, no. I have never, ever seen that happen before, and I've probably gone through that place 50 times. Unreal. Honestly, I mean, it sounds like I'm making excuses. I got myself into an imperfect spot, but wow, that's just wow. I'm going to say wow will be my response to that. Hey, fat body, you missed me die already. In a place where I don't believe I've ever actually died before, despite having been here literal dozens of times. I'm going to blame Vorp. Vorp was here, and that's my Christmas gift to him, is me dying in a really embarrassing way. So that he can be snide about it in the future. What can I say? I'm a giver. Good evening, the dude. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good evening. Not a good night. At least not yet. I'm working on it. I've never seen them that aggressive. Very weird. Good evening, Snoopy. And Merry Christmas. May all your Christmases be white. I'm not sure why. We don't get white Christmases. We get wet Christmases. I heard someone else saying something. Somebody else talking crap. I think there's one more in there. Maybe not. So that was the most inauspicious start to a gaming session that I can remember. I mean, from you guys' point of view, kind of hilarious. I can't access the purple band to get through the security wall. I've never seen that before either. All kinds of firsts tonight. None of them especially welcome. Yes, I would like to say I did it for the content. I would also like to say that I have won the lottery. Both of those things would be lies. Have the guys out here respawn so that they can kill me again. Okay. So, now that we've got that unpleasantness out of the way, we will continue on our trip to hopefully not die in the Imperial testing station. There's a storm coming. Or one just blew by. No, it's coming in. Mind you, I haven't gotten a warning about it yet, and I don't know why. That's not supposed to happen either. And I need cover, and, well, these guys have it. Oh, it may blow by. That may be why I didn't get the warning. Yeah, it looks like it's blowing by innocently. Not by much, though. Alright. Okay, so, this has been very eventful so far. Whoop! Oh, that's not what we wanted at all. I have made a bad mistake again. I am really not on my game this evening. Regardless of what game it is I'm supposed to be playing, I'm playing Lens Fucks Up. Clearly, it's the alcohol of which I have had a fraction of an inch. Alright, Imperial Testing Station is next. Shouldn't be a problem, except for the last guy who can be a problem. Or, you know, if I choose to be a complete tosspot and get myself killed again. If I try, I have faith I can do it. Let's go ahead and use one of our plentiful supplies of heal kits, or bandages. Maybe I haven't had enough booze. Well, I'm working on it. Have faith in me. And I promise I will not get drunk enough to sing at you guys. But maybe for New Year's. Yes, I do this all for the entertainment value. That's entirely the reason. Yep. Hey, this band works. That's a plus. I'm a little bit low on water, so fortunately there will be lots of little water sippy cups about for us. And the first one's up here. Room temperature water. Yes, I suck at games so that you guys don't have to.
Welcome to Desert Botanical Testing Station number 2. I am the station supervisor, Dr. Rommel Greer.
Dr. Rommel Greer, named after the desert fox, of course.
Engineer, botanical species capable of thriving in the extremely arid conditions. A true challenge, as I'm sure travel through the barren nocturnal sands around the world.
Now, if this looks familiar to those of you who were watching along last night, it's because I did this last night at the end of the stream. Didn't die last night while I was doing the other one. Got him. Got him. Kind of wish I had additional blood sacks that I could have stocked up on, but I didn't think of it. That's the simple truth. Fortunately, no shortage of ammo, And I'm not even, like, pulling the ones out of their dead bodies. Well, they just have extras. Come on, I know there's more of you here. Thank you. Oh, another one. I am stuck on Band-Aid, brand cut. Band-Aid stuck on me. Rude, sir. There's no need for incivility. We don't have to be barbarians about it. We can kill each other like civilized men. Oh, more water. Up, more water of life. All right. Hey, hi there. Dude. Would have mocked you for dying the first time, but you'd have saved it forever if you died during your walk of shame trying to get your stuff. Oh, well, yeah. Either way, I have to admit, pretty mock-worthy. My only defense to that first one is, I mean, literally, I've never seen anything like that occur before. It's not much, but it's what I've got. And it is actually does have the benefit of being true. I mean, I am more than willing to lie to cover up my own failures. Didn't even have to this time. Alright, there's usually one down here. Yeah, it is definitely a pain in the ass. The walk of shame. If just because you said, well, I never have had problem with this before, like me, and don't bother to place a respawn beacon. Yeah, in certain combos, yeah, melee in particular. You get a bad series of melee mobs at the same time, and that's just death on a stick. Ding 24. They can sort of chain stun you into oblivion, and that's exactly what happened. Occasional melee individuals just, yeah, they move like Neo, exactly. Generally, the combat, even the melee combat, most of the time, feels really good in the game. When you're, parrying and you're making your strikes and you're timing things correctly and you're getting the heavy strikes when they have shields and stuff, it just feels very rewarding. But there are other times where it feels like, haha, you're randomly fucked this time. And, speaking of, well, I'm sure it can't happen again. Alright, The knife is out. Damn it. One. God damn it. Stupid fucking windows. Oh my God. Okay, great. He... God damn it. See what I mean? But, well, I never have any problem with this guy. I immediately have incredible problems with this guy. What the hell was that? No, that shouldn't have been anywhere near that difficult. I mean, nowhere near that difficult. That's where we came in. That's where we'll be going out. By the way, there's one of the quest things that I don't need because I've done these quests. But hey, it's got a little bit of cash. Every passing minute you can blame a little bit more on the Varb. I wish I could. There's no way the booze has hit me already. I'm going to blame being old and attempting to provide that aforementioned entertainment for all of you guys. I'm full. Well, that can be dropped. That can be dropped. That can be dropped. That can be dropped, and that can be dropped. I have dropped many things. Must drink faster. Must drink faster. Alright. Now, we just need to drive back to, well, actually, we've got one more set of looting to do. The stuff by the stairs. In between the two sets of stairs, there's a not obvious room that I don't have access to. I have no idea why. I had the purple thing. It's always gotten me in there before. I, honest to God, have no idea what the fuck is going on tonight. I mean, I can understand my failures. But things that I've never seen in the game before. Multiple times. At almost 400 hours in the game. Yeah, I'll blame Funcom. They do commonly get blamed for an awful lot of things. Mostly their fault. Alright, well, that was, the Imperial Testing Station. The first one. The easy one. The one they send you to, number 10. That thing's a fucking nightmare. But we're off for that place, the Glowing Light. Griffin Station. I'll take that back to Anvil Station. We'll go to our house and we'll do some crafting. But this place right here on that little ledge right there was where my first house was. Memories. So either the storm destroyed it or someone disassembled it. But I was only gone for a couple of days. I prefer to think that someone got whatever loot value I had left behind. There wasn't a lot. And felt the giddy delight you get when you come upon a bunch of somebody else's stuff that is free for all, up for grabs. Also tonight, Vorp, for some reason, you know, even though I just played last night, it took like over 5 minutes for my shaders to compile. I don't know what the hell was up with it.
Can I fly you somewhere today?
Yes. I want you to fly me somewhere
Music
today.
to my ears. The basin is a pretty big place.
The
Could you narrow
Anvil
it down a little?
Trade Post.
I never miss. Let's move before a storm rolls in.
Did that for you for the first time you logged in? Well, the thing is, I did log in, you know, yesterday, and then like 3 days before is when I played it, the new character, the first time. And it did always, when you play and haven't played for a while, it always does the complete recompile on the shaders. And that takes about 5 minutes. But most of the time, it's a minute or maybe 90 seconds to do the pre-launch, go through the already compiled ones. Yeah, this was, I mean, a couple of days. And yesterday, I think, was fine, too. Let's see. I do have to report back to Maxim. Hi, Max. You'll note, Maxim has a close personal friend. I just figured it out. It's fucking Donkey and Shrek. I wonder
Still
if that
alive?
was intentional.
Well done. It's a good look on you. Huzzah to you then on your triumphant return.
Maxim's
I know,
friend is a
such
bit of an
menial
ass.
job, but every completed task raises your esteem by incremental degrees. You'll build a mountain out of sand grains in no time.
Do you have anything else for me?
I do. Some greedy slavers are accepting bribes from slaves in exchange for freedom. I need a brutal
Yes, we
hand
can't
to
have
give
that.
said slavers a
We can't have
teachable
the
moment.
slaves, checks his notes, buying their freedom.
There's something I like about you. A chemical sheen to your skin reminds me of home.
That's just
I'll
sweat.
dispense
Oh,
with
man.
menial tasks and give you something juicy. Very well. Let's test your cunning. There is a
test of
disgraced Atreides soldier
ruthlessness.
ripe for exploiting. Details in
Yeah,
the
it's
contract.
bad for business, and it sets a terrible precedent.
This is a chance for me.
Oh, I think Gloos Bohannon, I think he is up at Pinnacle Station. No, yes. Yes, it is. He is at Pinnacle Station. Well, the next time I need to go up there, I'll make sure I talk to Gloos. Not the most felicitous of names, I have to add. Let me have a little sip of, lens sweat. It's just the best. Home sweat home. No matching items. Many matching items. What else have we got? Oh, we got monies. We've got iron ore. Did we use up all of our iron ore? Really? Well, we'll drop our monies. Because they're monies. Money, 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 money. Money. I must have used Oh, that's my carbon ore. That's right, I did pick up the carbon ore. Let's see, we'll drop the fuel cells off. We will put the blood into the blood purifier. 6 liters of blood. We'll also deposit some water. We have our silicone blocks, so we can make stuffs. Don't think we need to carry the compactor around with us anymore. Let's move the ingots over. We will research one of the Emperor's wings. I think we already have the knife memorized. Yeah, we already have a Caliph drinker memorized. Not there. Time for another box. Why keep yourself organized when you can just build another box, you know? Alright, those are future deconstructing things. Alright, there we go. Now, we have 25 intel. And we can't access the steel products until we spend another 36 intel. So. Alright, we got the Kirab scout armor. We're going to want the Kirab still suit as well. The repair station. Did I never build the salvager? I did not ever build the salvager. This may turn off all of our stuff. It did. There we go. Everything's back on. So now we can salvage junk. It doesn't produce a lot of stuff. But we don't always need a lot of stuff. I'll disable that for now to enable the recycler. And we will use it now to recycle that and that. Getting a couple of those blue items out, which are of significant utility. Disable that. So, researching. Now, let's see, what do we got here? Blood extractor Mark II and the medium blood sacs. Those are definites. The improved blood purifier 2. Let's get all of those taken care of and built out where we can. What do we need? We need 4 more EMF generators. Those we can get at the moisture sealed tents, which are nearby, or moisture sealed caves that are nearby, I should say. We'll turn on our shield. We'll pull out our gub. That's an old guy movie reference that no one will get. Take the money and run. Alright, there are usually 3 in here, and I expect that's what we're going to have, so quick scan. We have 3. Now, that guy must be in heavy armor. That one's... Come on. Quick band-aids and Neosporin. Shouldn't have shot. You should have pulled out the knife and tried your luck, dude. Oh, more blood sucking. Go to the other one. There's 2 moisture sealed caves on this rock. Which makes them convenient for farming the orange items. They have color coded those, so the water-sealed caves are orange, and the items you get in them are orange. You've got blues and greens for Imperial testing stations and shipwrecks. Should be 2 in here. 3 in here. That's not usual. His homing weapon missed because I dodged, because I'm nifty. You gonna shoot? Is there somebody else in there? No. It was weird. They were showing if they were still shielded, and anytime you shoot. Yeah, has anything been unusual tonight? No, not a thing. Everything totally routine and exactly what I would expect. Oh, look! It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. All you gotta do is drain the blood from everybody. And it's Christmas on Arrakis. And let's have a little Halloween celebration by setting off a mine. Halloween celebration. Halloween? He's really cracking up, guys. The old man is losing it. Terrible, terrible thing when it happens. Well, I mean, I'm here, and the iron node is here, and the copper node is here. Halloween somewhere in the universe. Yeah, well, every day is Halloween, I guess. This is the internet. I've got more blood. Let's see. We also need to drop off. Nope. Nope. Yep. Mmm. Meatballs. You can make these yourself as long as you have mouse corpses. And I'm not kidding about that. Mouse corpses can be made into spiced meatballs. We've got enough for the blood sack. We want 2 blood sacks and an extractor. We can only have the 1 extractor, which is fine. 2 medium blood sacks. So these blood sacks and this blood extractor will no longer be needed. It's awful. Fortunately, the sandstorm eventually will cover all of our tracks. So we can just throw the trash out because it's going to be absolutely destroyed. We now have medium. I've got a big sack now. 2 sacks in point of fact. We will also want to be leaving these old ones behind in case I die. Having a fallback position is never a bad idea, as you probably saw earlier when I died. If I express less than entire enthusiasm about that, it's because I'm not enthusiastic about it. Alright, so the still suits. 8, 14, 20, 35 micro sandwich fiber. I need 8 more. I cannot make the Kirab still suits yet. Over here, the Kirab armor might be able to make 4, 9, 13, 19, 20. Only use half of it. I do need more iron ingots, though. I need 12, 23, 29, 38, 47. I need 14 more iron ingots. I have the makings of 10. Time for me to do a quick lap around the rock. Pick up a bunch of additional iron ore. First, just gonna grab the water that is available here. Not a great dew harvesting time, but we can start off by grabbing this, and then we'll run into more while we're out harvesting iron. dump this off into our water cisterns. I don't know why the game's so sexist. It only has cisterns, not brotherns. Dumb joke alert. That was one of those. We're at 2,433 milliliters of the 2,500 milliliters we can carry. Let us deposit all the water. Ooh, we're nearly full. We'll deposit more blood. And we are going to run a lap now around the rock. And we'll be grabbing a bunch of iron. But first, a nice big swig of hooch. A little bit of delicious vodka. Wow. Not a lot of nodes around. Normally there's a lot more nodes than this, but hey, you know. You gotta take what you can when you can. Ding 25. But I'm not just looking for those. There are other things I will certainly grab if I come upon them. Fuel cells. And now we're grabbing water. It's still a poor dew harvest. It's not optimal yet, so I'm not getting as much as we would get a little bit later in the evening, but we're in passing, so. So that means that we can capture their pawn because their pawn just advanced 2 ranks to be right next to mine. That's a chess joke. That's not the sort of content you get in those quality streams out there. That's maybe not the most complimentary thing I can say about my stream. It is what it is. And I am what I am. And speaking of fuel cells. And more iron. Somebody's been doing a little architectural work on their house. Not bad. Well, there's a name from the past. How you doing, Lee? Good. And you just came here because I'm enjoying my cream of vodka soup again. Your help. I vanished briefly. In game, hopefully not in real life. That would be disturbing. Let's see if we can't finish filling up our liter johns. We are now in optimal dew harvest time, and we have filled up our liter johns. So with a bunch of iron, we can start making into ingots. We'll consume a bunch of water. We can pour the water in. We can add the last of blood from our small blood sacks. Maybe grab another batch of water while it's still optimal dew harvesting time. Because we do harvest. Honey, I'm home. Let's get that iron harvesting. We'll dump the last of the blood from the old blood sacks in there. We'll dump the water into the cisterns. Very close to being full. There, and then we'll track down another location with water, with dew plants, and we're going to do some harvesting. We're going to do some harvesting. We currently have 12 days, 10 hours, and 46 minutes. Of power in our home. All right, we got to bump these guys off.
Shields on. Eyes on target.
There's a third one. Continually running into more baddies than I'm expecting. A little bit careless on my part, I have to say. It is poor dew harvest. We're almost past harvesting time. Sun's about to come up, so we're not going to get quite. We'd gotten like another 45 seconds in, we'd have been fine. We'd have maxed out our water. But I think we missed our opportunity, as I expect these are now going to be a whiff. They are.
Identify yourself.
Thought I heard a baddie. The only way to stop a bad man with a gun is to be a badder man with a gun. That's just science. We can drop the shield, put away the gun. Maybe spend a few more points for research, getting close to being able to open up the steel tier, and the steel tier we can get the sniper rifle, and the sniper rifle basically is a core element of the game going forward. Like the shield, it's a big leap in the stuff you can take on, the baddies you can take on. How much water did we get? We got not much. So there's a certain amount I like to carry around with me at all times. Right. About 750 mils, which I will note is the size of a bottle of vodka. Speaking of which, my cup runneth under. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Drop off a small number of fuel cells we picked up. All right, so now we've got our medium blood sacks. Ten intel points. Where would we like to put them? Where do we need to put them? Power Pack Mark II probably is a good choice. That's the only thing that immediately stands out. Making one of those would also be a good choice. Power Pack Mark II. The Power Pack drains your, or is drained by your shields, by your suspensor belt, by tool use. So I think I did have enough for the next set of armor gear with the iron ingots coming, right? So that was 9, 18, 24, 35, 47. We've got enough. I think we've got enough of everything to make the next set of light armor. It has the goofy looking helmet, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. I'm not entirely sure why. We don't want that. There we go. old gear. The scavenger gear goes in there. For most things, yeah, sticking with the still suit is fine, but if you're going into a significant combat area where you know you're going to be fighting a lot, like any sort of scavenger base or an Imperial testing station, that kind of thing, having access to the armor is a good deal. I know some of my friends prefer the heavy armor, as it can stand up to the bullets more. I like the lighter stuff, as I tend to have less problems with people shooting at me and more people trying to stab at me. And the light armor is better for keeping your stamina up so you can dodge more. But again, that's a matter of taste, I think. But the still suit for running around, general running around, definitely. As you get to recycle some of the moisture you're losing. And there's the new set of armor, and it's a looker. Oh, it's not. There. Let's see. The customization. We can do some customizationing. That's what the Kirab helmet looks like. Like I said, it's not a looker. But I generally go without the helmet because, I mean, come on. I have such a winning face. I guess I need them on. Fine, we'll put them on. We're inside. Doesn't use any moisture. So that is the Kwisatz. That is me hitting the wrong button. That is the Kwisatz set. Not too bad, you know. But we also have some other options that we can use. How about the Sardaukar Bator body armor?
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
We'll go with that, the Sunset Dye swatch. Pretty much wore the Saturnine still suit. You think it was really high armor? Good for combat and everything except the bases in the farthest north of the deep desert. Oh, was that one of the unique sets? Go with the Sardaukar gloves as well. And the Sardaukar boots. I'm sure the Sardaukar will have no problems with me wearing their stuff. I think it was the Tier 5 Unique, slightly better than the crafted Tier 6. Tier 6 Unique was mostly impossible to get to drop. No, I'm not entirely enthused about the fact you kind of need to carry, at least for a lot of game purposes, you need to carry armor and a still suit with you. But then again, the inventory and hotbar management and stuff is not one of the strengths of the game. I'm back in my still suit. We can change the colors on that too. Yeah, that works. The sunset dye. Sunset dye and the booties. Give me the... All of a sudden, I assume you guys can still hear me because the game is not... Oh, now it is. Now it's doing stuff again. No, it's not really. If you note, I hit escape and it flickers escape down here, but nothing actually happens. Okay, that's changing the colors. Thank you, that's good to know. The game has lost its mind. Okay, it's now back again. Funcom, I love the things you do, generally speaking. I really, honestly love Funcom stuff, but sometimes Funcom puts the FU in fun. Not gonna lie. We've got 8 points of skills. We can at the very least give ourselves some passive points. I don't think we put anything into these. Not yet, we did. Lagging because post-home family kids are on the internet. Well, tell them to stream their or download their porn on somebody else's schedule. I don't think they actually have. I don't think they're actually downloading. It might be porn. More Dune, more dew gathering, please. Yes, please. Thank you. Deep analysis, which sounds really, really dirty. Increasing the recharge rate. Yep, those are some nice passives. We'll just grab those. Well, I guess we have to go do some more stuff. Surreptitiously interrogate Gloos Bohannon. Well, I could. Was there anything else I was going to be making? Calef's Drinker is a 10.9. I did it again. I think I'm like at a 9 something. 7.2. We can make a Calef's Drinker. I think we got the parts for it. Significantly more damage. That one also, I believe, when you stab people with it, it gives you a little bit of water directly. So it's kind of like a straw? A really, really sharp straw? So 10.9 versus 7.2. 30% increase, something like that. More damage seems like a good choice. That's off. Drop this off into the pile of things to be salvaged later. And we'll grab another Calef's Drinker blueprint, just so we have it memorized. Oh, we're going into evening again. Let's drop off our water. Because if we're going into evening, our water capacity is full. My goodness. Me, oh my, oh. I can make my first steel ingots. I can make a grand total of 47, which will take 2,500, a little less than that water. We're making steel. Industry has arisen. Industry is here. 2 kids on it when school is out. Yeah, well, I can't actually knock kids for being on the internet. When I wake up, I plant my fat ass in this chair, and except for getting food, getting something to drink, and getting rid of food and drink in their end result, my fat ass stays in the chair. So I know where we're going next. Sooner or later, we're going to need parts from down here. Might as well do it sooner. Don't shoot at me. You're probably going to shoot at me because you're jerks. This is another place I have farmed a great deal for materials because it's relatively close. Bonk. And fast to get to, and we don't want to mess with the Sardaukar. Even though I'm wearing Sardaukar clothing, I don't think they'd be very forgiving of me wearing Sardaukar clothing. All right, he's on the far side of that mountain, and you can see that by the lighting. Oops, that's not great. I will hide like a great big chicken man behind this enormous rock. As if I were a great big chicken man. Mind you, of course, I'm not a great big chicken man. I'm a normal-sized chicken. All right, we go through this arch over here. He's coming back around. Do some healing. This is the Southeast Ironworks. He's got a shield. See, now that's where having the sniper rifle would have been awesome because we would have just head popped him and that would have been that. But the thing is, I'd rather not get lit up by the Sardaukar. What happens is they freeze you in place for, I don't know, 6-8 seconds, something like that. And then they drop like a half a dozen mercenaries. And at my current level and power tier, shall we say, that's no joke. He's still shielded. I'm gonna grab his blood in a second. There's usually, yep, another one up here.
Identify yourself.
Oh, we got another one. Hi. couple boxes to open here. Or a box to open, anyway. And there's 2 or 3 more on the next level up. Where is it? Grenade. Oh, he's still alive? Nope. Yep, he's still alive. Gotta make sure they're dead when they get downed. It's Iron Man. Occasionally the random placement places it in a suboptimal area. There's the Sardaukar ship again, being all Sardaukar-y. I think that's probably it, but sometimes there's one inside. Doesn't seem to be this time. Grab the flour sand. What we're here for is, I think, complex machinery. It's been a while. Yep, complex machinery. There's usually 25 to 35 in here. There's 3 nodes, basically. Over here, usually just fuel cells. Yep. And the last of them's kind of hidden away over here. So we got what? 29. And that's what I come here for. Complex machinery, relatively quick. There's another part to this facility, but it's much more heavily populated. And I am, as anyone who's been hanging around on my stream for a while probably knows, I am kind of a risk-averse gamer. I mean, I've died a fair number of times in this game. But I've only been eaten by Shai-Hulud once, and that was intentional. You've got the glow over as if there were water-bearing plants here, but there's no water-bearing plants here. I object. I was robbed, clearly. The time is currently in the good water time, so we will get back in time to grab some nice amounts of water. Okay, these guys could be trouble. They're non-standard mobs. They're sort of like, occasionally those will spawn around in areas. They're not one of the encampments, unlike the guys just ahead who are. I hear the rumbling sound of Shai Halud. Mildly irritated Shai Halud with the orange worm sign indicator. There we go. Cool, clear water. Well, it's not cool. It's probably still in the 90s Fahrenheit here. Don't know what the nighttime temperatures on Arrakis are. My money's on hot. A successful foray to get some complex machinery that we're going to be needing sooner or later. Put away the trike. Dump the water we're carrying. Grab more water up here. One of the advantages to once you really sort of get to the point where you're harvesting when you can, which is pretty frequently, filling up your decaliters pretty quickly. That water doesn't become a real problem until you get to aluminum. At which point, which is kind of the way the game tends to work, is it sort of runs in phases where, you know, water's a real problem. Okay, water's not a problem anymore. Oh, water's a real problem again. It's one of the things the game does well. It feels kind of like it flows organically. I did not get the new blood processing unit made, did I? What do I need for that? That's the small chemical factory. That's the improved blood purifier. I have the complex machinery. I need more iron. I turned a bunch of my iron into steel, didn't I? Well, that wasn't necessarily the right idea. How about we turn a bunch more iron ore into iron? We've got ingots. Complex machinery. Mind you, we just grabbed all that, and it's all looking like it's going to go into the advanced blood purifier. There we go. 412 hours of power now. What else are we looking at that's going to require the complex machinery? The repair station. Oh, that's just iron. I think nothing until we get to steel tier. The death still is quite a ways off. mechanical parts. The one where the sort of the game changer is the first sniper rifle right there, which as soon as we can get another 16 or 21, another 21 research points, we can start making that. Steel products in here. The pentashield, that requires something we do not have yet. That requires the goo, the cobalt goo, cobalt paste. The higher tier fabricators required. So yeah, a lot of things are going to require the mechanical parts, complex mechanical parts, or complex mechanisms, whichever it is. Let's see. So this we can make now, right? Right. So we demolish that and get back a bunch of salvaged metal. We're going to build that, turn it around, turn it around, turn it around, and we're going to have to probably turn off some stuff first. We can turn off, that's already off. That's off. Do we need a second? I guess we probably need a second power. Fine. I know when I'm licked. Metaphorically speaking, I know when I'm licked in reality, too. Moistness is a giveaway. So we come over here, go to the storage, we split it, dump off the second half. Did I not split it and pick up half? No, I evidently did not. There we go. There we go. We now have enough power. We can build the improved blood purifier. Nothing imposing or scary about blood purification. Is there? Why am I not able to put it down? I only have 34 iron. Oh, we're still making the iron. We're still making the iron. Am I going to need more iron? I think I'm going to need more iron. We are sitting at 35. We need more iron. Well, I'll just drink my own sweat and pee, filtered, mind you, but technically that's still what I'm doing. So it sounds like a bit of a kink, granted. Yep. Where is it? Where were they? There was some iron around here somewhere. So I'm not finished here yet, but when I am, I will probably be taking tomorrow off, as it is Boxing Day, and after drinking as much as I'm going to drink, I will feel like I've been in a boxing match. But I should be back the day after that with the normal nonsense. I also will be streaming on New Year's Eve. That's a week from last night. To no one's surprise, I will again be enjoying my beverage of choice. I will be playing my game of the year. This is the game I played most this year, but it's not my game of the year. My game of the year was Blueprints. And I'll be playing that. I'll be enjoying adult leisure beverages. And I'll be wishing people a Happy New Year. Starting probably an hour later than usual. So starting at 6 p.m. Pacific. Which will give me 2 hours until I can wish Happy New Year to my friends in the Atlantic time zone. Thank you. When I arrive, I will also obviously be wishing a Happy New Year to those already in the new year, which will be, oh, I don't know, let's say this place called Europe. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It's not that interesting. They even call it the old world. Now, who would be interested in the old one? We've got a new one. And then I'll be wishing Happy New Year's to every time zone through to Pacific when my new year begins, at which point I'll exhaustively call it a stream. At least that's the plan. Previously, I had started at 5 p.m. Pacific. It has been getting increasingly grindy for me to go all the way through for 7 hours. I think I can manage 6 because you guys deserve it. And that's not actually a reward. You guys deserve it probably because you did this me. Somebody left. A sand bike here. And I can't do anything with it. And it's ruined. It's falling apart. They didn't even let us loot it. It's just sitting there. Cruelly taunting us. With the implied, you think you can loot me, but you can't. Kind of mean. Spirited. No, I've certainly enjoyed the hell out of this game this year, but Blueprints is like in a game any other game I've ever played. It's hard to describe if you're not familiar with it. You might have seen it called a puzzle game, and there are certainly puzzle elements to it. But I think it's a bit reductive to say it's a puzzle game. And there are so many freaking layers to this game. The number of times where it elicited a cry of surprise of, what? For me was, I think, kind of the real delight for me is every time where I was shocked by something that occurred. Not shocked like, oh my god, that's grotesque or terrifying or anything like that. Just so unexpected from the game. Is why it was my game of the year. So many surprises. Not just little surprises, but significant surprises. Could have sworn there was a node up here, but there's no nodes. Nothing but wasted time. But that's okay. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Not really. Vorp played a little bit of Blueprints. I think his game of the year, though, is probably Expedition 33. He may be able to correct me if he chooses to. I know for a lot of people that was the game of the year, but not a game that the timing and reaction based necessity of when you're defending in the game. That's not a mechanic I enjoy, and it's not one I'm good at. So it's primarily a turn-based game, but that one element is real time and real annoying. But there's a reason it won an incredible shitload of awards, because it deserves them. course, they made the incredible and unforgivable mistake of using a AI-generated placeholder texture while they were developing the game. And that one texture, they forgot to remove until either they were reminded or they realized 4 days later and removed it. Replaced it with the real texture, which had been made. And the Indie Awards yanked their Game of the Year award because they accidentally left an artificial intelligence created texture placeholder in place in the game. Oh my, what a catastrophic failure on their part. Wow. So, that's an organization whose awards I'll no longer pay any attention to. You're going to yank Game of the Year because they accidentally left a prototype texture in the game. Yeah. Right. Iron ingots, I can't add anymore because my inventory is full. So instead, we can just make 67 more. That's all. That can go in, and that can go in. Everything? I think it is. So how much more did we need before we could... That's the improved blood purifier. We need 9 more iron ingots. It'll just take a sec. And while it's taking a sec, I'm going to AFK a sec and refill my beverage. And I'm back. And we can make our blood purifier. Let's start her up. Ah, look at that. 15,000 milliliters, 15 liters. It's about 4 gallons of blood. That also means, however, that I was walking around with about 4 gallons of blood. Well, 15,000 mils. 15 liters. Liter is a kilogram, 2.2 pounds. That's 33 pounds of blood I was carrying around with me. There we go. Is it nighttime again? It is nighttime again. Let's see what we've got in the way of the journey. Join a house. Well, we're working towards that. We have to do a couple of contracts for Maxim Casimir. Those are the shield wall and autumn, and we're nowhere near being ready for that. Taxation, we have to visit Harko Village or Arakeen. Pay our taxes. We also have to bank 200 Solares. Where did we have to go? I think it was Harko for the next bit of... Thank you. My apologies. Old man. I want to check something. I don't want to make a mistake where I don't have to. You know, pretty sure it was Harko. Dune. Awakening. Where to find second. Bene Gesserit Trainer. Harko Village. Jocasta Cleo was the name. So, we are going with the Harkonnen. It's 2,500 credits to get there. And getting back is free, which is a plus. Where did I put all my cash? So, we want 2,500. But what we do, you see, is we have a quest to turn in Pinnacle Station. So, we go to Harko Village, 2,500. We return to Pinnacle Station, free, and then 700 gets us back here. Which means we need 3,200 plus a bunch. Let's take more than we need. Let's take it all. We're not going to deposit it all, but if we take it all, we can browse the auction house and see if there's anything on the auction house that's good. And while we're here, we grab water. I'm gonna grab like 1.5 liters, a little bit more. And this is the reason I always carry the Dew Reaper with me. No, just a Google. Just a Google. Could have been Thoughtbot, though. I did mention Thoughtbot. Was it last night? A couple of nights ago? I mentioned Thoughtbot and Alakazam. First time I've mentioned or even thought of either one of those in a long time. But if you weren't around for that, then my congratulations on an excellent callback. The wiki, the Guild Wars 2 wiki has always been the answer for all the questions you have about Guild Wars 2. It's an incredible resource. Every game would be lucky to have a resource like the Guild Wars 2 wiki. Guild Wars wiki as well. Okay, so we're going to Harko Village.
Can I fly you somewhere today?
I want you to fly me somewhere today.
Music to my ears.
Harko Village.
Well, the Harkonnens love their docking fees, so that... Well, all right.
Oh, I just heard a badoop, which meant my Amazon voice activated device got another notification about the weather, I'm assuming. We had 5 of them waiting for me this morning when I woke up. As one of the warnings or alarms or alerts had been pushed out 3 separate times, from like 3 in the morning to 4 in the morning to 8 in the morning. Now, they don't wake me up for those. They just change the little color of the display light. Harco Village, ladies and gentlemen, awaits. We'll get the little cinematic real soon now, I promise. This is on an SSD, by the way. I don't know, maybe my SSD is giving up the ghost? That would suck, by the way. Oh, wrong way, not way. Alright, there are 2 people we need to talk to, but only one of them's here. There's 5 more. Level 26, 5 more intel points. We need to find Jocasta Cleo here. Harco Terminus South. No quests? They have quests. Flesh Shaper Frack. And Market Manipulation. I may able to actually do these then. But first, the Imperial and the exchange. This is the exchange. We have to deposit 200 credits.
Welcome. Would you like to deposit or withdraw Solaris?
I would like
How
to
much
deposit.
Solaris would you like to deposit?
I would like to select an amount, say 200, since I have a quest to do that. There we go. Banking is complete. I assume that, and it appears that got nuked from outer space by my bot. Indeed, it got nuked from deep space. Thank you, Saribot. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I know you enjoy nuking them. Wow. There appear to be absolutely... Oh, there we go. The unique schematics there are on the auction house. But it looks like no weapons at all on the auction house. The pseudo pulse sword. I don't even remember what that one does. I thought there was a way we could get the stats on these things. Well, it uses iron. Fine. I have insufficient bank. Oh, I need to give them more bank to Solaris. They don't take cash, only checks.
Welcome. Would you like to deposit or withdraw? How much Solaris would you like to deposit?
300 Solaris. So that I have enough to buy everything. And then I don't have to worry about where my money is. We'll buy the pseudo pulse sword. But it looks like there's literally no weapons available on the entire market. There's Solido replicators, and that's about it. And then schematics on this server or siege. I'm not sure which it is. All right, and there is the Imperial Enclave, where we'll pay our freaking taxes. I didn't pick it up. I hate mechanics like that. You should be notified. It should just go into your inventory, and or you should be notified. We'll go ahead and research it. And when we come to craft it, well, I guess we'll have to check that. All right, the Imperial Enclave. Pay our taxes. Right. Right. Paying our taxes. It's our imperial duty, you know. Emphasis on duty.
Welcome, fellow citizen.
I want to pay my taxes. That would be the one. 2,131. All right, journey. Marco Village, Frack. I have to talk to Flesh Shaper Frack. He sounds nice. I mean, really, who wouldn't want to do business with someone who shapes flesh? I have located the clinic. This is the big-headed freak, I think.
Come in, Haagen-Dazs. Come in. State your purpose before my fricassee grows cold and is barely edible when hot. One would think that in an imperium of 1,000,000 worlds, some culinary aptitude would have developed somewhere. What I wouldn't give for a proper bowl of Klavna Gar, or even a plate of Borks, steaming, rare, and glowing like the fires of Aralu. What is it you wanted again? State your business or be gone. My fricassee grows cold. 13! Where are you hiding, damn it?
I picked up your contract. Tell me about the package you need.
Need is overstating it. I simply require an odd assortment of spare parts to fuel my experiments, and will pay handsomely for their conveyance.
Sounds like need to me. Whatever, I'll get your package.
Something about this corrupt world nurtures the greed in your kind, Haagen-Dazs. Until recently, I had a convivial relationship with my supplier.
Yeah?
They provided a fresh and steady supply of the materials I require, and my payment was similarly unfaltering.
But now they've jacked up the prices. Double or triple?
They are demanding 5 times as much, but how did you know?
Oldest scam in the book. For a guy who looks 5,000 years old, you don't know much about this place.
They seemed very professional in their way, but now they hold my package for ransom. It is an outrage.
I'll get your package for you.
You will find the robbers in the Jabal Efreet. I will amend the contract with the exact coordinates.
Goodbye. Right, he needs me to get him some body bits so that he can, I don't think we all want to really know what he's doing with body bits. But just call him Dr. Frankenstein. It is called inflation in our world, that's for sure. Right, that was one of the 2 journeys in town. The other journey in town was market manipulation. Before the war, I have some things stashed in an alley. Oh, great. Well, I'm sure there won't be any problem with that. Where are we going? Beep, 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 beep. There. Seeking alliances with rival factions will be considered betrayal. Well, with the Harkonnens, you always know where you stand. With your back to the wall, if you're smart. Threatening message, Chalmers, and a container with parasite husks. Chalmers is one of the 2 types of culinary poisoning. There's Chalmers and Chalmerky. One of them is poison in the food. The other is poison in the drink. I have placed the message. Place the parasite husks. I have placed some husks. I'm sure it's innocent. You know, the Harkonnens get a bad rep because of all of the awful things they do all the time. I'm going to taint the meat. I'm going to taint the meat. I hope she doesn't mind if I get up, drop my pants, and taint the meat. I do know a lot about poisons. Contact the issuer. Can I do so from here? I can. I hate having to resort to such measures, but things were getting out of hand. My livelihood was on the line. A vendor who can't pay his dues quickly ends up in Neo-Carthag, and I'd rather avoid that. Well, I think that was more money for me. And some XP. 4,500 monies. Money. And a level. I think 28. Maybe even more than 1 level. So we got everything done we needed here. No, we didn't. We did not. We did not find Jocasta, whatever her name is. She's in Harko Village, but where? Near the weapons merchant. In a tunnel or alleyway in the lower level. Weapons stall. Where's the weapons stall? I'm here. Scrap, water, New Court Way, Anavars, the Baron's Eye, the Imperials. Those little Landsrad vendors, Harkonnen vendor, the taxi service. Where the bleep is the weapons stall? Well, who would think it would be an icon with, like, swords on it? It's not my fault. My frames are a little crappy here right now. There we go. That's smoothed out now. A bit. In a bunch. Weapons is in here, I think. Jocasta Cleo? Nope. This is not the right place. Next alley over. Jocasta Cleo, I think.
And what are you supposed to be?
I wish to train in the Bene Gesserit ways.
Begone.
I have become acquainted with the voice and how to resist it.
So you have. Perhaps you possess a hidden dimension I failed to recognize.
I'm three-dimensional. Possibly four, depending on how you define the fourth dimension. So you will train me in the ways of the sisterhood?
Not so fast.
How about the brotherhood?
You ask me to give you the benefit of a lifetime's work.
The neighborhood?
Multiple lifetimes, in fact. If you wish that knowledge, you must prove your worth. And then, I have a task for you.
Yes, of course you do.
I've come to Arrakis in pursuit of research critical to a theory I am trying
And
to...
what's your
It's far
theory?
too complex to explain.
Oh, of
Suffice
course.
it to say, it involves the study of bloodlines. Specifically, the bloodlines of the early Fremen.
Fremen are dead. They're holding sacked and destroyed.
Many have been pillaged and destroyed, but not all. The Sisterhood has been studying Fremen culture and genealogy for many thousands of years.
Yep.
That is how I know the Equan Bedouin encoded important ancestral data within their holy writings. I need you to seek out old Fremen religious sites and recover what you can.
Got it. Thanks, Toots. Don't go changing. Well, I mean, you know. You can change your clothes, because otherwise that would get pretty rank. And I should know. So now, we are off, rather badly off, some would say, to Pinnacle Station to get some information out of, I think his name is Gloos. Not a particularly felicitous name, I think you will agree.
Can I fly you somewhere today?
I need you to fly me somewhere
Music
today.
to my ears. The basin is a
Basin.
pretty big place. Could you narrow it down a little?
Pinnacles. First time I haven't flown to Pinnacle. I've flown from Pinnacle.
Most folks, let's try to avoid any pot.
Gloos. Something. I don't remember his last name. But really, if your first name is Gloos, do you even need a last name? People aren't going to forget that name. We're almost there. Gloos. You're not Gloos. You're not Gloos. Nope, that's not Gloos. Gloos?
You have returned, Offwelder.
Nope, that's Arno. Where's Gloos? No, that's just the... That Gloos?
Ah,
Gloos
finally a
Bohannon.
respectable client. You'd not believe the ragged dogs we get in here. Although you would benefit from a cleaning. No,
So would your mom.
you're here for some training, are you?
I have some delicate questions to ask.
I can already tell I'm going to regret this. What questions?
I'm compiling a list of soldiers wrongfully accused of cowardice.
Wrongfully? All right. You've got another 30 seconds of my interest. You want names, I take it.
I'm looking to
what
gather
aim?
evidence to clear those names.
Don't know if I buy that, but let's take a chance. I guess you know my story. You want other names. There's Sil Gorman, Ellen Tipley, Lucia
Tipley,
Velasquez,
Lucia
and John
Velasquez.
Priestley. None of them deserved it. The War of Assassins got everything twisted.
Well, that happens when
Also
people
Anton
murder.
Tolliver. Bowie was cleared and landed an intelligence officer gig. A promotion to some, but for poor Anton, That's like purgatory.
Thank you for the...
Wait. Was it Anton who sent you?
No.
Yeah. I am regretting this. Well, I said what I said for whatever good it'll do. That's what I know. I think we're done here.
All right, thanks, Gloos. Gloos. I mean, seriously, who names their kid Gloos?
Can I fly you somewhere today?
How
Music
about
to my ears. The basin is a pretty big place.
Anvil
Could you-
Trade Post?
I never miss the... Let's move.
Let's go. Delicious. Part of a balanced breakfast. Not actually recommended. Pardon the yawn, old man. He gets tired, you know. Maxim, I believe I have what you wanted.
Still alive? Well done. It's a good look on you.
Gloos Bohannon had a lot to say, with the right persuasion.
Oh, this delights me greatly.
Oh, I'm
Someone who is
certain
adept
it
at both
does.
combat and
Maxim.
persuasion is ready for greater things.
I'm ready to take my place in your organization to the next level. Will you promote me to butt boy?
Yes, I see opportunity in you. However, others in my house think you're too chummy with Anton Tolliver. Understand, I trust you, but they do not.
What can I do to prove my loyalty?
I desire for our fortunes to rise together. There is a solution to our dilemma. You must blackmail poor, simple Anton. Easy pickings.
I commit to the partnership.
Excellent. Now,
Hand
let's
washing.
make Anton squirm.
How should I go about that?
Anton's honor is an exposed nerve. Help me forge a document proving his cowardice. I spared no expense getting hold of an official Atreides seal. I also had a local pickpocket filch his military ID. I hired the best forger around. The document is impeccable. However,
It can't be pecked.
my grand plans hit a snag.
A snag.
The Kirab hired to deliver the document bumped up the price. Vermin. Get the document. Show them the folly of renegotiation. Here is the contract. Bring me back some fabricated evidence. The juicier, the better. I could use an entertaining read.
Oh, Maxim. Maxim, Maxim, Maxim. We'll just do a quick run home. That was a spice blow very close by. As you can see, right there. Impressive. Most impressive. Honey, I'm home. All right. We've got a whole lot of monies. My entire nest egg. Our water capacity is full, and we've got extra blood left over. You know, in case people drop by. The pseudo pulse longsword does better than double the damage of what I'm wielding. I do not have any spice-infused iron dust yet. So I can't actually make it. Life is not fair, my friends. I'm sure this isn't the first time you've heard that. But it's the first time you've heard it from me. It's not fair! Let's see. For the steel, I need how many more points? 11 more points. So, let's see. That's 3. These are 5. Can I get another something for 3 is the question. Aha! Chest for 3. The Mala pistol for 3. Did I screw up my math? Maybe. Hold on. Did I screw up my math? $95. I'm going to have 1 point of intel away. Ah, the pain. The pain hurts. The pain hurts. Okay, well, we can make a Karpov that'll be better than the Karpov we're using. So that will be a temporary improvement, but we don't have... We have opened up the steel tier, but we're 1 intel short of being able to get the Jabal Spit Dart. Life is not fair, my friends, I can assure you. It cares nothing for us. Life chews us up. Life spits us out. It treats us like punks. We'll make the better gun, standard Karpov, the iron tier Karpov. So close. Our current Karpov does 7.6 per shot. This does 11.4. So, what's that? Like a 45% damage increase? There we go. We now have a better bang bang for our buck. Well, time to clear out the neighbors again. For some more parts, you know. A man needs parts. You've seen this? Oh. I can't reap what cannot be sown. We have 3 of them again. Got him. He's the bad one. Is there a storm going on that I wasn't aware of? No, doesn't look like it. No. Just seems all dusty in here. Probably the vaporized brain matter from my shooting. We didn't need those brains anyway. It wasn't like they were using them. And a Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you very much. And how many are waiting for me in here? 2 or 3? Looks like 2. Sometimes I wonder about you, you know? Don't get too close. There's a mine right next to him. Not that I've set that off 1,000 times. We needed some gun and weapon parts. For when we get that one more intel point that we need. A pain. Our water bottles are full. One of our blood sacks is full. I think all of our water storage is full. Happiness is full blood sacks. That really should be a song. Okay, maybe not a song. A saying? No, probably not a saying either. How about more water storage? I'm out of copper. I am out of copper. There's the iron we made. We'll make some copper. Let's see. Dump all of these things into the various boxes in which they are supposed to reside. Get everything? We got everything. So currently we're making copper. We can dump more water in here. We've got blood percolating here. Coffee's cooking. And all we need is one more intel point, and we will be able to unlock our first... Oh, yeah. We need the weapons fab, too. Got ahead of myself. We need the weapons fabricator. That one's 5. And for that, we are going to need 21 more complex machinery. That'll be another trip to the sort of foundry area over there. That should give us enough complex machinery. And we'll have the fab ready for when we get another batch of intel. And then we'll be able to make our sniper rifle, and life will be But that will have to wait until the next time I play Dune Awakening. Again, my most played game of the year, but not my game of the year. My game of the year, I'll be playing on New Year's Eve. That's Blueprints, and I'll be enjoying more adult leisure beverages. But for now, I am going to call it an evening. As always, thank you guys very, very much for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Probably will not be back tomorrow, but back on the day after, which is, I think, Saturday, unless I'm completely confused. I'm often completely confused now that I think about it. But I may or may not be confused about that particular element on the days of the week. Anyway, not back tomorrow, but back probably the day after with more nonsense. And then next week, more nonsense until we get to New Year's Eve, and then really up the nonsense quotient. Again, guys, thank you very much for hanging out. Appreciate you spending some part of your Christmas with me. I hope the rest of your Christmas, or possibly Boxing Day, goes great. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great rest of your day, rest of your Christmas, rest of your holiday, and rest of your 2025. What the hell? I'm giving out good stuff. Take it out. Back in 2 days. Have a great rest of your day. Take care. And ciao for now. Again, guys, thanks for hanging out. Merry Christmas. And I'm out for now. Bye, guys.